I'm there to claim it. Where an enemy rises to face me, victory will be mine!
Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring you a video on Season 7 is coming! Behold, Espinas and Riftbrone Deviljho have been announced, along with huge updates and a Season 8 preview. So, this is from the Monster Hunter Now Navis stream. I'll put that description in the link. And Espinas from Frontier/Sunbreak and Riftbrone Deviljho is going to make its debut during this season. There's also a bunch of new updates. You see this chart's huge. I'm going to translate everything to English. And they gave us details on Season 8. And you're wondering what translator I use? It's Google Translate. So if you see the images are in English, that's because I took it from the stream, snapshotted everything, and then put everything in English for y'all. That's how hard I worked on this thing. So let's get started. Now we're starting off with Season 7's new monsters. So Espinas is the new boss monster, along with Garangolm and Luna Garen is also going to release. Along with that, Riftbrone Radabon's also going to release. No one really cares that much about it. But what people do really care about is the pickle. Riftbrone Deviljho will also make its debut and have its own Outbreak event for the Exploration base release. So again, a lot of exciting things here except for Riftbrone Radabon. And here's some new data. So Espinas is weak to Dragon and Ice. Along with that, Garangolm is going to be weak to Thunder, as you see right here. And Luna Garen is weak to Fire. Riftbrone Deviljho is weak to Poison, Dragon, and Thunder. You make sure you break that special part first, though. And again, no one really cares for Riftbrone Radabon. It's a pretty easy monster. Just don't go after it. But here's a little bit of a review on Espinas' attacks. It will paralyze and poison you if you are hit by its breath right here. So make sure you be careful about that. Just like, you know, the main series games, it was like really annoying. It also has this really annoying charge attack and some other things that are going to kind of make you mad. But it's actually not that bad. There's a lot worse things out there, you know, like T-Rex. But yeah, as you see here, Riftbrone Radabon, not Riftbrone Radabon, no one cares about it again. But what do they care about is the Riftbrone Pickle. It's going to make its debut, and again, it's going to be done during the outbreaks. It's going to be it's going to have an outbreak event. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do it for evasions, but yeah, it's going to have its own outbreak event to where you're going to be able to hunt a bunch of Riftbrone Deviljho off the bat. In addition, they also announced for the future months, you're going to see a new subspecies and an Elder Dragon for Season 7. So, October will release a new subspecies, and November will introduce a new Elder Dragon. Yay! They didn't really mention the subspecies during the Navi stream, but they did mention the Elder Dragon. Now, they didn't say it by name. They made a little funny blurb about it, but they did mention the three lords. If you don't know, if you played Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, the three lords are Garangolm, Luna Garen, and even though Niantic didn't say, okay, usually they'll tell us, like, Niantic partner creators, like, don't say this, don't say this, don't do that, don't do this. So yeah, we have that agreement and everything. But considering they literally said three lords, if you played Sunbreak and you played Monster, like, you know that it's this thing right here. You see, I'm not gonna say its name for the purposes of me not getting in trouble, so I'm not getting in trouble with it. But yeah, it's this thing right here. You know, you can literally search up the three lords and this thing pops up right here. So this is gonna be the new Elder Dragon. Just saying. Moving on, we have style customization weapon types release. So the hammer and the gun lance are already planned. In addition, they're going to release bow and dual blade styles, and they're going to make their debut during Season 7. And as you see for Season 8 and beyond, it's going to introduce more style changes. So the rest of the weapon types are probably going to be released, except for the one that hasn't released, which I'm going to go over in a bit. But as for the ones we do know are coming, Gun Lance and Hammer, they did release the customization details. So for Hammer, you're going to have Water Strike and Impact Crater. Water Strike is more of a counter style, kind of like the, you know, Longsword's counter Prairie. For Impact Crater, you have Aerial Striking by Leaping, so it's a Leaping Hammer style. And for Gun Lance, the one I'm looking forward to the most, the Blast Dash. It's this cool aerial launching gameplay. I'm so excited it's coming. For my gripes about the Gun Lance, I wanted the rocketing to be able to rocket. And I'm going to be able to rocket. And I'm so excited I'm going to be able to rocket and use Blast Dash. It's going to be absolutely amazing. But if you don't like blast dashing, you do have Guard Reload, which is a slash attack style with strong blast attack. So your Worm Stake Shot does an explosion, can blast damage, and you're going to be able to cut tails or whatever else you want to break a lot easier. Now, keep a note that pressing actions will change depending on style, so tapping and long holding stuff is going to change. So just keep that in mind. Your gameplay, if you're a Gunlance main or Hammer main, is going to be a little bit different, or you're going to have to get used to it. And remember, only Riftbrone release monsters can be style changed. Good thing is, for those of you like me, remember the ones that listen to the Great Gyros Gunlance? Yeah, luckily if you went after that thing, you got that thing maxed out as high as you can get it. That's gonna be available right off the bat if you have those Riftbrone materials once this releases. Up next, we have Exploration Base's official release. So they've been testing this for a while, and they'll finally release the Exploration Base feature that has been tested twice with Black Diablos and Azaratlos. If you participate in them, you know. Now, what they did here is they improved privacy and viewing features for exploration bases. In addition, hunters that work hard at a base will be rewarded. So you remember that little leaderboard thingy where someone was at the top? Well, they're going to get additional rewards for working so hard to level up your exploration base. In addition, there will be events that allow special features and monsters at a base. So there's going to be... They said on the stream that during these events, you'll be able to do additional features and only during those events. In addition, speaking of outbreaks, the first outbreak event, once Exploration Base is officially released, is going to be Riftbrone Deviljho. Yay! The evil pickle's coming to take your soul. And honestly, it's not going to be that hard as long as you poison it to death, but that's for those of you that have poison weapons built out like me. I'm going to Camellia's Bow Machine Gun destroy as many as I can. And I have no idea what I'm going to build for the weapon. I'm probably just going to wait for IG. But yes, Riftbrone Deviljho is coming, and again, the first outbreak event is going to be Riftbrone Deviljho. So you'll have the opportunity to hunt a lot of them. Next up, they did mention the text is really small here. That's why I have the slide right here. I always do slides because, you know, my content isn't lazy and I want to break everything down, and yeah, it works. So we have a style customization rebalance and quest monster finder. So style customization will be buffed, the parameters will increase, as well as the materials to upgrade will be greatly reduced. This is kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of mad about this because for those of us that already chucked a bunch of materials to upgrade our weapons, will we get those back, or will we, like, I have no idea. We probably won't, but yeah. It's going to be, that's kind of a bummer that they decided to do this now before, like, yeah, before, like, all the stuff we've already done. And there's going to be this new feature that makes quest monsters easier to appear on the field. So they're quest monsters, even though we have the monster tracker, they are difficult to find on the field if you don't have them unlocked, or depending on which ones you have. So they're going to make it to where, again, they're going to spawn users on the field. Don't know how to do it. They're probably just going to be like, okay, here's a feature, turn on, here's your spawns, and there you go. You can finish your quest line easier. In addition, here are the big updates. Drift smelting, paid hunting items, and hunting with friends far away. So drift smelting will be improved, reviewing skills and required distance. It's 5 kilometers right now, so this is a much needed thing. Unlike Pokemon Go, where you can just incubate, well, you have one free incubator, but you can incubate multiple at a time. You can't do that in Monster Hunter now, so they're going to look at it, thankfully, because drift smelting is difficult. It's not easy like so many people say it is. Hey, just slap these 5 on here. By the way, here's no supporting details and research. Always do research for drift smelting. Glad to see we're going to see improvements. In addition, there's going to be paid items that you can use during hunts. They mentioned this like very, very vaguely. No, seriously, it was like super vaguely. It's like, hi, here's paid items you can do during hunts. So our flash stones, flash bangs. Just call it the flashbang. But yeah, those things you'll be able to use, but you're going to have to pay for them. If you're already in maximum, you probably won't need to. Or, if you can hunt in a group, you know, the feature that I have been asking for, and so many have been asking for so long. This is the big kahuna. The biggest update, probably the greatest one here. A feature to finally hunt with your friends far away. Yay, I can finally hunt with my friends on my friends list, and instead of freaking, yeah, being a solo player and like just crying. Well, not really, because you know, you have dimensional, you have matchmaking, which is amazing. I love matchmaking, but yeah, being able to hunt with friends, heck, I might even do like, I might do content hunting with friends or something like that. That'll be cool. But to be able to hunt with y'all and my community is absolutely amazing. And I'm totally looking forward to it. Although we don't know the system yet, so I'm not that excited. More to come when it finally does release. And they even gave us a preview on Season 8. So Season 8, which is going to be in December, Season goal monster hunt. I don't know why, but monsters to hunt a season goal has appeared. So when you start a new season, you're going to have a goal to hunt, I don't know, a certain monster or a certain number of monsters. In addition, there will be more style customization weapon types. So it looks like they're going to be releasing the heavy bowgun, the switch axe, the lance, the charge blade, and the hunting horn at this time. You also have the exploration base and the exchange hub. So what happens is you know the exchange hub where you can exchange materials, right? There's going to be one exclusive for exploration bases, so look out for that. In addition, the system season will be revamped. So seasons, you know, the usual system we have where you hunt quests, etc. like that, I think it's going to be changed. And there's this really random one. They didn't mention it too much. It's a collection system that will improve your hunter status. So as you forge and upgrade weapons, you will increase some kind of status or whatever to where you can flex on your friends or anybody else that has you on your friend list or to other people, etc. Don't know why, but I don't even know who asked for this feature. But yeah, it's going to be scheduled from Season 8 onwards. So yeah, look forward to that if you are. But not just Season 8, to next year, 2026. You know, the new Avenger movies comes out at that time, so I'm really excited. But also, what's coming out is monsters from Frontier Z, Generations, and Wilds will release. So we're going to get more monsters from more titles. There will be more Riftbrone monsters, of course. And the insect glaive and style changes finally for you IG enjoyers like I do. I can't wait to aerial slash my way to victory when it's finally going to release, but we gotta wait till next year. So Season 8, we're not getting it. We're gonna have to wait till 2026. We're also going to get 9 and 10 star Elder Dragons. That's insanity. This is probably for style customization, but I am not looking forward to facing a 9 star or 10 star Chameleos, so I can max out my Chameleos weapon. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Please, Bone Gun Lance users, stay out of our lobbies. I'm just saying. But another thing that's going to be exciting, there will be Palico functions updates. So they want to make the Palico useful. You know, like how we can have our Palico come with us to hunts rather than just like give us materials from a bag that it runs around the field on. They're going to improve the Palico. So our Palico is finally going to be useful. Well, it's already useful, but more useful other than changing its skin and gathering materials. In addition, for those of you that went to Shibuya, and I'm the only English content creator that went to Shibuya as far as the top ones for Monster Hunter Now. Live events like the 2004 Shibuya event, there will be none this year. More on that later. I'm very displeased. Those events will be based on base explorations. So next year, on 2026, they're going to do live events, and those events are going to be based on base explorations. And here's some miscellaneous updates. So the Monster Hunter Now finally released their official Discord. Yay! And here's my opportunity to clown on that other elitist, egotistical Monster Hunter Now Discord that pretends they're the official one when I already knew they never were because Niantic never said they were. So here you go. The official one finally opened. And unlike the other one, you know, I'm only clowning on so much because I have a ton of haters over there. My friends tell me all the time, but I blow it off. I don't really care. I'm just... You know, I have fun with the game. I'm the only one that sits on the throne as a top English creator. And I'm still really dang good at the game. So, since no one can match me and my resume as far as this, and in Pokemon Go, if you combine with Pokemon Go, yeah, I'm pretty dang good. But, in addition, if you do join here's my thing for the Discord, the official Discord. The official one. If you join and participate in the campaign for free redemption rewards, I'm going to put the invite link in the video for the official Discord. You're going to get free stuff. So yes, join the server, get your free stuff. And in addition, I'm not getting paid for this, but Kinko's is doing a collaboration. I don't know if it's the FedEx Kinko's or you know if it's there's actually a company in Japan called Kinko's. So I have no idea which one it is, but you know what? They're doing a collaboration and they're going to sell merch. So the merch has me intrigued. So I'm definitely buying that merch. But yeah, they're doing a collab. In addition, for all of you that are actually going to Tokyo, Tokyo is amazing. You should play in Japan at least once. It's absolutely incredible. I probably won't go because, yeah. They're going to have a booth at Tokyo Game Show 2025 along with a meetup offline you can apply for. In addition, here's the big one I want to highlight. If those of you that have made a community, founded community, etc. for Monster Hunter Now, you work really hard. I've done it before for Pokemon Go, for Cheyenne, Wyoming when I was still in the military. It's hard work, but it does build community and makes the game, and yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Shout out to my boy Drake Neos from the Texas community. I appreciate you. He's a champion. All you that do this work are champions. I'm just a voice for the community. Y'all do the real work in growing the community out there in your respective ones and making sure your communities have a ton of fun, etc. But the community ambassador program is going to be open. More details on that later. But yes, if you want to create a community or you already have one, do this, sign up for it, spread the love of Monster Hunter Now, and spread the love to your communities. And now some free stuff, yay! Free redemption code and item storage expansion. Yes, Season 7 will give you free 5,000 item storage increase. That is huge. That is crazy. 5,000. It's not over 9,000. I wish it was, but we can't have the Dragon Ball Z reference all the time. But 5,000 is pretty dang good. In addition, there's also a redemption code for MHN 2 years. I put a web store link for it for easy claiming in the video description. So just go to the video description, click on that link, enter, or log in if you haven't to the web store, enter this, and bam, you will get 20k Zenny, 2 weapon and armor refining pieces. And in addition, you're going to get 5 water droplets. Totally worth it for the little amount of effort you have to put into it. And again, we get 5k free item storage slots when Season 7 comes out for its celebration and the 2-year anniversary. And last but not least, here's my impression and feedback on the content. Honestly, the best one out of everything is, of course, you know with me, the hunt with friends far away. Here's the thing, though. And I've talked to Niantic. They watch my videos. But if you're listening, base camps are meh. I get you're going super hard on them. I approve of them as well. However, they're only great if you have an active community that plays. So rest in peace to us solo players. They're a great addition. I'm not complaining that they're releasing. I love them. I do. I really do. It's just, they're really focused on communities that play. That's why they're really hard on about making communities that play. But our competition is Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is destroying us. For obvious reasons. But there needs to be more that pulls the community together outside of our immediate communities. Because along with that brings my next point. I heavily disagree with not holding a live event for 2025. Promoting the game is important to all areas of the world, not just your popular ones like Asia. They said on the stream they're going to use base exploration camps as a starting point. But again, that only benefits the high population ones. You have plenty of foreigners willing to fly down to other places, etc. if they have the means so that they can participate in these events. I get it, you kind of shot yourselves in the foot because y'all had a goated lineup of Silver Rathos, Gold Rathian, and Nier Gigante. That's hard to beat for 2024 Shibuya. But I wish they did. At least for 2025, I'm going to wait for 2026 and go to as many events as I can. But other than that, again, I believe promoting your game is really important, and they should have went a lot harder on 2025. In addition, we need some huge update like player versus player or something. We can't even craft potions / items yet, but a lot of stuff you're putting out here, it's feedback, but there are still key features from the main series games that haven't made it to Monster Hunter Now that would be much more appreciated than a lot of things that are happening right now. So yes, we need some huge update to keep the game going. I get Monster Hunter Now is hunting monsters, but yes, we can't craft items. We can't even gather to craft items. There's a lot of things, again, from main series that really need to come to Monster Hunter Now eventually. However, despite that, I'm super happy they're listening to our feedback, etc. I'm grateful the game has come a really long way. In comparison to Pokemon Go, that's why I still play this game, is because it's absolutely amazing. And Monster Hunter Now's staff, they have been truly listening to our feedback, and they let's hope they continue to do so, and they let us know, like, hey, we're listening, we hear you, and they're actually implementing these things, so that's why you could say, but when your actions reflect your words, it's great. So, again, really appreciate Monster Hunter Now's Niantic team. Love y'all. Thank you so much for what you do. Please continue to do all the great work, and we appreciate y'all. At least I do if no one says it. And please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. This video took a while because I literally translated every single slide as you saw here to English, etc., and took the key points and everything like that. So I turned a hour and a half video into 30 minutes for y'all. Or not 30 minutes, like 20 minutes. Good luck on your grinds. Hope you're all excited for Season 7 and the 2nd year anniversary. And I will see y'all on the next video.